Happy New Year, this is Kevin. Today we're going to talk about money. Happy New Year, everyone. The first video of 2017, we're talking about the big topic, the one everyone talks to me about, money. What does it mean? How do you get it? How do you lose it? Who's borrowing it? All this stuff. So let's start with the banks first, because we finished last year with an interest rate increase. We're going to see more of that this year, by the way. That's a whole different video. But interest rates went up and people kind of freaked out a little bit. Like, oh, I need to buy now. I need to buy. Well, relax. The interest rates are still historically very good. Very good. You know, about 4.25. That's very good. They change daily. You know that. But we were so low for a long time, the banks were really protecting their risk. And so when the interest rates went up, here's what happens. The banks kind of loosen their grip on the money a little bit and say, okay, well, wow, if we're going to make more, then we can now loan money to a few more people because we stand to make more. So what you qualify to buy kind of loosens up a little bit. Your credit score kind of loosens up a little bit. Your money down kind of loosens up a little bit. Now, it's not going to be a big change, but that's the good thing about interest rates going up a bit, is now that people who maybe couldn't qualify for a home or maybe couldn't qualify for as much home as they need, now maybe they're in the game a little bit, or maybe they didn't have the liquid cash to put a big chunk of money down. So now maybe they're in the game a little bit. So historically, interest rates are still very good. They're just up from what we've seen in the past, past 12 to 18 months. So don't freak out over that. You know, take your time in buying real estate, buy the property that's right for you, but also understand that interest rates are always going to be there, and is what it is. But big picture, it's a very good thing. Next thing, here's a big thing. Here's a big thing. Never be embarrassed about your budget, right? I've heard a lot of people say over the last, probably 12 months, because it is a good market, that, oh, you're looking at a $50,000 condo. I won't work with anyone whose budget's less than $100,000. Find a new agent, because that is ridiculous. It drives me crazy. No matter what your budget is, right? You deserve service, but you also are being smart with your money, and those are the people I work for. I work for people who are trying to be smart with their money, be it $50,000, $20,000, $10,000, $100,000, $1 million, whatever your budget is. If you're trying to be smart with it, you're going to work with me. That's it. If you find someone who doesn't want to work with you because you don't have the budget they're looking for, they're a selfish real estate agent. They're in it for the wrong reasons. They're just in it to profit. They're not in it to help you. So let them go. Let them go help whoever they're going to help and move on. The thing is, when you invest in real estate, I believe that it's a smart investment. That's my personal opinion. I do. I believe if you're going to park your money somewhere, parking it in real estate is a good place for it, because there's a lot of options there in resale and rentals and building equity, building wealth. If you need to live in it, you can do that. So there's a lot of options there for your investment, but never work with people who make you feel bad about being smart with your money, regardless of how much money you have. So never be embarrassed about your budget. Be smart with it. Stick with it. If you only have $50,000 or you only have $35,000, stick with that money. Don't let someone talk you into more, right? And do the best you can with that money. Now, me, as far as I'm concerned, I always earn what I need. That's just it. No matter what I make over the year, no matter what I make, my family's going to be fine. We're going to learn to live with that, right? Of course, everybody wants to make as much as they can, and everyone stands to make money. This is what I do for a living, so I deserve to make a living off of this. But if you look at it like, this is the money I have, and this is what I'm trying to do with it, I'm going to find someone who's going to help me, then don't be embarrassed by that. Go forward with all your might and make sure that you are being smart with your money and that you have people you can trust. And anyone that says, I don't work with people under a certain budget, you cannot trust those people. Move on, find someone else, okay? As we come out of that about being embarrassed, let's talk about the other side of the coin. People, we submit offers with pre-qualification letters that qualify you for borrowing up to a certain amount of money, or maybe a bank statement that says you have a certain amount of money. Here's a very important principle you need to have in your mind. What you can afford and what you're going to pay are not the same. They're not. So any agent who needs to submit all these paperwork with the offer, now granted, those papers are important. You need to have them. I never submit them with the offer, because it's not important what we can afford. What's important is what we're willing to pay. Does that make sense? So in negotiating tactics, if I give a seller a pre-qualification for $300,000 and the house is listed at $265,000 and we're offering $250,000, the seller in his mind is going to go, well, they can afford $265,000. Well, maybe the house isn't worth $265,000. So what we're willing to pay and what we can afford are two very different things. So understand the difference in those things. You know, what you can afford and what you're willing to pay, or what the market says you should pay, should not be the same things. And find an agent who knows that and will use a strategy that benefits you. So that's it. 3 things in money. 1, interest rates. They're going up. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, obviously, you don't want them to go too high because it increases your investment and can make a good investment a bad investment if it gets too high. But I think we're still in a good spot. Don't stress over it. It's actually going to loosen up the lending game a little bit and allow more buyers to come to the market. Second thing is, never let anyone tell you your budget's too low. Ever. Ever. Whatever you have, if you want to be smart with your money, find someone who's going to help you. Right? Call me. I will help you. I help people all the time who are 50, 30,000, 20,000, a million, whatever it is. I help them be smart with their money. That's what I do. The next thing is understand that what you can afford and what you're going to pay are not the same. Tell your agent what you can afford. The bank's going to tell your agent what you can afford. Don't tell the people you're negotiating with what you can afford. Negotiate what you're going to pay. That's that. So money is not this big scary thing when it comes to real estate. It is very simple. Normally there are ways around it. There is a process of working and making money work for you. If you have any questions, give me a call. Happy New Year to you. I'm looking forward to doing these videos. We're going to do them every Tuesday. This is episode 1 in 2017 of What's the Deal. We'll see you next time.
Me till everything falls apart. Then I get to try to put it back together. Yeah, it falls apart and you count on that.